Hello and welcome to another episode of the Duffel Pod podcast. I'm here with my husband, Ezra Chavez.
Hey.
My son, Maxwell Chavez. And we have our friend Alex here joining us today.
Hey yo, what's poppin' lacking? You know, it's your boy A to the L to the E to the X. Signing in, you know?
Nothing much new with the Chavezes. So yeah, life's just plugging along. I have a rat problem that I've been working on.
I've got a heart problem I'm working on.
Ezra has a heart problem.
It's good.
We're praying about both of our problems.
Yeah,
yeah, the rats, let's see, I planted broccoli in my garden. And Ezra was so sweet, he was helping me water sometimes in the evenings. The plants are doing great. And a couple nights ago, they completely vanished. So the rats just came through and ate all the
thieves.
broccoli.
You gotta talk to Ratatouille, man.
I know.
Get bro to, him and Stuart Little to, get the guys out. You know?
Yeah, they need to go back to Wendy's down the street.
I know.
Make some food over there.
Yeah, go make some square hamburgers. Is that what they do at Wendy's, right? Square?
I think they do square, yeah.
Because they don't cut corners.
Oh, but they do.
Yeah.
They do cut corners.
I guess technically, a
McDonald's
square
doesn't.
is cutting out. Oh, that's cutting out roundness to make corners.
Wait, what?
To make a square.
You cut a corner
If you're flattening out.
out. You cut a corner out to
To
create
make
a corner.
circle.
Wait, what?
You cut a corner to make a circle.
To make a circle, though?
Oh.
Right, so like you have a square and you cut off the corners to make it more circular.
Oh, but you're cutting.
But for a second, I thought
I
that
see what you mean.
maybe if a circle kind of had corners and you cut them, then it would make a square.
All right. Well,
Fun
Well-
fact of the day.
Next time you guys go to Wendy's, ask them about it and let us know.
last time I went to Wendy's, I threw up all the food, so
Oof.
I don't really want to go back.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. No.
I was already sick. It wasn't the food that made me puke.
Yeah.
There's that money, spending all that money.
I know.
I know. $10. Can't do it.
The razor fries.
So yeah, that's what's new with us. Rat problems. Ezra got a pellet gun. It's what it's called, I think, pellet gun.
Yeah, it's a pellet gun.
And I set up a camera to see. I'll put in some clips of the rats. I took a couple of videos. I set up a camera to see if the rats showed up at the same time every evening. Turns out, unfortunately, they don't. So we can't really
They did for a while.
Oh, did they?
Remember? When I actually... So, there was this one evening where I was... Whoops. This one evening when Emily saw that there was a notification on the camera. So we looked at it, and there's this rat going back and forth. So I got our gun, and I go up to our bathroom, and I open the window, and I see the rat. So I have my scope just, targeted on it, and it keeps moving so fast. I'm, scared. I'm I don't want to pull the trigger, because once I shoot it, it's probably not going to come back. I took my shot and missed it, but it felt kind of cool, just to be second story. Yeah, enemies below.
He's sniping the rats from above.
We got one, boys.
That's right.
But I missed. It was really dark out, so I was just looking
Yeah.
at almost I could barely see it.
Yeah, it was really dark.
Until my dad actually turned on the kitchen light, and then I could really see. But still, it was hard.
Yeah. So anyway, unfortunately, we haven't gotten any rats.
Nothing yet.
We'll keep you guys updated.
Well, you killed 10, but there's a couple smart ones left.
Yes. Yep, I killed 10, boom, 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 and I was, so proud of myself. I'm I'm on a roll, I'm the rat slayer,
Yikes.
I'm so good.
The rat slayer.
Then there's this porky rat that's just tromping around our backyard.
Comes out in the night.
Comes out in the night, and he's smart. He doesn't fall for any of my traps. And that notification goes off like every time we do a
I'm
podcast.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. So yeah, I'm getting what do you call it? Shown up by the rats. But we'll get them.
Ratatouille and Stuart Little, man. Gotta call him up.
Yeah,
But yeah, anything new with you, Ezra?
No, I don't think there's really anything new.
Okay. How about you, Max? Anything new with you?
Mm.
No.
Mm.
Okay. Anything new with you, Alex? Well, I guess there's a lot new because you've never been on.
Yeah.
Tell us about your
Give
life.
us a synopsis of your
All
life.
right. So 17 years prior. No, nah, but it's been busy. You know, it's the end of the year. Things are kind of wrapping up, and things are about to become. You know, we gonna do some new things, and I'm about to start working more.
So like the end of the school year.
Yeah, you know, and summer kind of gets in, warm weather gets in, and you're more busy, and
I have a lot to do.
yeah, just trying to just take it one day at a time. You know, there's a lot of planning I'm kind of doing and hoping for, but just gonna have to trust in the Lord and keep chugging. You know, other than that. About to finish my last days at Snall Tech, which I do culinary over there. One of the trades there, the many trades. That's been going good.
Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Hey, that's a skill you gotta have, my friend.
Yeah, making food.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I think it's been going good. Just finished my.
What's your favorite? Sorry, finish what you're gonna say, and then I'll ask you my question.
Just finished my end of the year final project. Our final practical.
Okay, you were telling us that at dinner, and I forgot. What did you make?
Okay.
Explain it. It's
Yeah,
like three servings. Thing, or?
So, the dish has to be a combination of 4 things: a starch, a mother sauce, a veg, and a protein. Whatever the person's choice is, but it should blend in some sort of way. And it should look presentable, and you should know how to do it. Don't choose anything that our chef tried to make sure we weren't trying to choose anything that we're not comfortable with cooking. Because that's going to be our final, where we're going to be graded on.
Right.
Like you aren't trying to make calamari or...
Yeah, ratatouille or something like that. I don't know. But, yeah, so the things I chose a pork tenderloin, and an Espanol sauce, which is also a brown sauce, for a mother sauce, and then also green bean almondine for the veg, and then a pommes puree, which is mashed potatoes technically.
Fancy.
That does
It's
sound so
mashed
fancy.
potatoes.
But it's like, well, you do a little more to it, but yes, it's technically just mashed potatoes. And my chef recommended that I converted or reduce my Espanol sauce to a Rupert sauce, which is more of a vinaigrette of it, where you add white wine, some Dijon mustard, and some other ingredients to it.
Sounds so good.
And just and that would taste really good with the pork tenderloins.
So is that, you put that sauce over the pork?
Yeah. So I just I grabbed a nice spoon and just kind of like a straight line right over the pork tenderloins.
Did you take a picture?
I didn't.
Oh.
I was so in a rush
He
that
ate
day.
it.
We did a lot of pre-planning. We had to borrow recipes, and then we had to convert them down to just 2 servings, one for chef and one for me. And so there was a lot of prepping going towards that because I had to make an online format and then send it to chef, and then also make a timeline, and then just kind of trying to set myself up for success.
Right.
Long story short is it was a struggle at the end, but I somehow managed to do it. I would have not done it without chef's help. But there was a lot of things that went wrong during the first day. You're given 2 days to complete it, and 2 hours in each day. So you got time, but you just gotta really plan your time wisely. And if you don't get things done the first day, it can really toll yourself in the second. But I was able to kind of knock it through. I wasn't able to include my pommes puree, sadly, but everything else, he tried the pork tenderloins, and he said they were nice and tender, seasoned well. The green beans were fine, and his biggest complaint was everything was kind of cold, and that was definitely a hard one for me because I was running everywhere and I was trying to do different dishes at once, and I just wasn't keeping things warm as I was doing that. So time would pass and they would just get cold, or I left my. It's supposed to shock your green beans in ice bath water after you boil them until they're soft and tender. And I left them in the water a little too long, and when I scooped them out, I'm like, oh, they're cold.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I was like, so. But other than that, it went fairly okay. But just, it was a new experience in a way for me, so it was kind of good. But that's why I joined, to kind of learn how to be to cook in a pressured area, you know?
Right, totally. Yeah, because that's what you'd have to do if you cook at a restaurant.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, well, that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, good job.
Yep. That makes me feel like I should do better.
No.
My meals, pork tenderloins with special
You need to
sauce.
shock our eggs. In
In the morning, I'm just dunking everything in ice water. Your toast was warm, but then I dunked it in ice water.
Shock all my
Do you know
food.
what
You'll
that
shock
does
me.
to the green beans?
Yeah, so it kind of like, green beans can get mushy if they're like cooked too long.
Mm-hmm.
So we cook them until they go right through the fork. Like we test it with the fork, and they should come right out. They shouldn't be too hard going in. They should go smooth. And then we shock it and kind of, I know it also does something to the color of the green beans, but it also kind of keeps it like a nice stern, but still like chewy in the inside.
Gotcha.
And it stops it from cooking also ultimately.
Oh.
And because it's a shock, you know, it's just like from hot to cold. And then you're supposed to take them out with the mandolin, and then serve them there, and then cook up the almonds with some clarified butter and some salt, and you're supposed to toast them up a little bit and then pour the oil over. The oil's supposed to kind of flavor the green beans with the almonds, and so it's kind of it's good done well, or it's really good if it's done right.
Mm-hmm.
So
that does sound really good, actually.
Oh yeah.
All right, so this Thanksgiving.
Oh boy.
So you're gonna
No pressure.
Oh, I think I gotta go. You know.
Yeah.
Family. You know.
You're like, I'm gonna be out of town for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh man.
This looks like KFC.
Hey. Hard times call for desperate memories.
Yes, exactly. Well, I thought I would just share a little bit of our history together. So Alex is like the brother that I never had. Yeah. You kind of... Yeah, you're supposed to say I'm like the older sister that you always dreamed of.
Yeah, the older sister I had to...
Times 7.
I know, right? Yeah.
Poor Alex.
Alright.
So we're like 7 girls, and then poor little Alex comes
7
along,
years
and
old,
we're
too.
Like 7.
Yeah.
And we tried to whip him into shape with our horseback riding and our motorcycle
Fell off the
rides.
horse.
Yeah, my horse. Alex and I were horseback riding. You were probably like 10 or 11.
Yeah, something like that.
And we were riding bareback. Alex is behind me, clinging on for dear life. And we about to go into the woods. We were having a good time. About to go into the woods, and a deer pops out, right?
Yeah.
And it spooked the horse, and she jumps like sideways. Well, Alex didn't jump with the horse, so he falls.
I'm a kid.
off.
I'm 10 years old. I'm from Bellevue. I don't even know what. I come here. I'm like, cow.
You're like, wait, a cow, a goat, and a horse? Like, what is
Pastures?
going
A field? Woods? I'm mad.
on? Deer jumps out. He's like, run to attack!
It's a unicorn!
I'm civilized. Where's the Teslas?
Yeah. So poor kid. He was like crying on the ground, and I made him get back on the horse because I'm like, well, if you fall off, you gotta get back on. So yeah, but you do love us all, right? Still, maybe. Okay.
Hey, yeah. I survived.
Yep, he survived, and even though we picked on you a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm thankful that you put up with us all those years.
Yeah.
You still like hanging out with us sometimes.
Yeah. Here I am. For some reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're here to talk about football, not horses.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right.
We're gonna have this horse talk.
Yeah.
But no, I have a lot of fun memories doing stuff together.
Oh yeah, I think I learned a lot from just observing.
You're like, I'm never gonna act like that. Never
No,
gonna do
no,
that.
not like that.
We're gonna
Good
treat
ways,
other
good
people the way
ways.
Emily does.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think honestly, y'all were some tough bunch, and kind of whipped me in shape for sure. So, because of course I just got since I wasn't tough, I was pretty wimpy as a kid, and I definitely had, and of course I just had to deal with it, but
Yeah.
But still, I think it was quite interesting having 7 older than you instantly for the rest of your life. But yeah, it was fun. We did some fun things.
Yeah, we did do some fun things, and I feel like you always had a good attitude about it. You were always up for an adventure.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember, do you remember Alex and I think it was around Christmas time, and I don't know why, but we just ended up doing stuff together, because I think I was home.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, had like a whole day off in the middle of the week. And, I had made some cookies and some bread for all the neighbors around Christmas time, and you and I biked up the hill. Yeah. And I just remember there was an older couple at the top of the hill, and we went into their house, and they just loved Alex, because you were like...
I was probably like, what? I was younger than...
you're probably like 8 or
Yeah,
something.
it was like, yeah.
And you're just like this cute little kid who's just so chatty, and they're like an elderly couple who probably just got no visitors ever. And they just were thrilled that you and I were there, but it was mostly you, because you were just this little kid.
Mrs. had cookies on deck. I kid you not. Or something, because we brought something in.
Yeah, we did. We brought something, but they also had like goodies at their house.
Yeah, it was like, man.
She brought out a plate of cookies, and we ended up just hanging out at their house for like 45 minutes. And if I remember correctly, her name was Jessie, and his name was Clarence. I remember because of It's a Wonderful Life. Oh. I was like, I had never met a Clarence before, but Clarence is the angel in that movie.
That's right.
And yeah, Clarence and Jessie. And they had 2 draft horses out back. Yep. So, yeah, good memories.
Yeah.
Yep. We did a lot of biking around to the neighbors, riding horses.
Yep.
Now you're a grown man, working hard, cooking better than I could ever dream
I
of
don't know about that, but yeah.
And, so, this is our sports episode.
Sports
edition.
Dun, dun, dun.
Enough farm talk from Emily.
Nah, we do the Fox one. You know.
So.
Oh, wait, no, that's Chris.
I don't know.
I think it's like some Christmas song.
NFL on Fox.
Sorry, you lost me.
Okay.
We lost you.
Oh man.
Clarification purposes, the microphone just fell.
The microphone just fell, but it's okay. We got it back.
We revived it.
So I tried to prepare for this, but to be honest, growing up, I just played backyard volleyball with my sisters. We never played an official sport, and I have learned most of everything I know about sports in the last 4 years being married to Ezra. So,
side note.
Side note.
I was not into football, but who got me into football is actually your dad.
Oh, really?
I remember it was around probably 2017 when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
But Pops is a big Falcons fan, and when they were doing really good back then, he started watching. And I remember coming home after church and just kind of sitting there like, this is kind of boring. And then I would just sit there and watch. And I was like, oh, what does this mean, Pops? And he would tell me. And I had to figure some things out by myself because he turned off the volume because he already knew all the foul plays and the hand movements the referees would do. So he would just kind of tell me. But I don't know why, but it just kind of built an interest. And yeah, now I think it's kind of interesting how they kind of, it's a lot of thinking that goes into making a play and how can we go further than a few yards, Mm-hmm. And then, we need to switch up now, or like, we got the ball, now let's run on to, offense. Right. If you're defense. There's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. Yeah. I'm trying to learn to appreciate football. It's not my favorite.
No.
Would you say it's your favorite?
I definitely have to be careful because
I'm right here.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Because of course, if like any subject, if I learn it well, I will love to talk about it. And so I got to be mindful not to bring it up as much, but like if it's like, if it's playing in the background or like if a friend kind of hints at it, I might start talking about like, hey, he saw what they did last year or something like that. But I would say I like at first I always wanted to do basketball when I was younger, but I came to the sad reality that I'm horrible at basketball.
Oh yeah.
And that I for some reason just watching football, I really enjoyed it. And
He's a pretty good football player. We played football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last fall.
Yep,
He made
that's
some
right.
catches.
Yep.
Tore my shirt.
Got trampled by Noah. But
Yeah.
still caught the ball.
Still
and-
caught the ball. Oh yeah, I remember
yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I think it's fun. I think unlike basketball, I mean, basketball can be fun too, but basketball for me, it's a whole lot of just running up and down the court, cardio. You know, you just gotta know how to catch your breath, how to rest and not rest, and because after a few runs back and forth, I can just get exhausted. Where football, if you have a good amount of team, you're not always going a few yards. Most of the time, you get incomplete catches or barely get a catch, and you're only going a few yards. So you get to rest.
Right.
You're not like running constantly. Besides, you kind of sit there for a while until they call the play.
Right, and it's kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like sprinting. Like the guys who are running are just like 1, 2, 3, go, and then they just like sprint. If they make a catch, great. If not, restart.
Yeah.
It's not like you're right. It's not like you're running.
The only time you really have to put on full speed is when you're trying to catch somebody. And they got the football and they're running to the touchdown. Either your defense or offense. That's the only reason. Or else you're always on defense. You're always guarding that person, or you're on the offense. The offense, they have to do is just get open. They don't even have to run because the other team might be distracted with somebody else. And if you're open, you could just, quickly jog over there and then hit boost, so that you're not overrunning the shot that's being shot at you. And it's a whole lot of hand-eye coordination with not just the quarterback, but also where the runner is. Like, am I going to be able to make that? And then also the quarterback kind of has to, But then also just some different plays. I think a lot of times teams can be all up in the moment and just defensing one person. Or sometimes I've seen some plays where like people will like pretend like the ball's out, like it's done. And then like, everybody just starts walking back to the line, and then they start running again.
Right,
Like,
trick plays.
and it's all kind of interesting.
Or like the team switch.
Yeah.
Like they sub, like 2 wide receivers will sub in, and then one will like run.
Exactly.
But he's really still in bounds.
Yeah, where you don't.
And then there's a hike, and then he just runs, and no one realizes he's still playing. He's like,
Yeah, where you don't see that in like basketball. I mean, I love basketball too. Don't get me wrong. I think it's more of a hype thing, because you're just like always kind of cheering and anticipating like, oh, a few seconds left. But it's like football. I feel like it can be definitely interesting, and a lot of things can just factor the game. A referee bad call, or just like or even a ref. I remember watching a video and a ref got in the way of a play in the last minute, and the other team won when they could have just ran it right to the touchdown. But they ran out of seconds. And so the ref had to call it, but they have to touch the ball before they can let the other person. And when he blew the whistle, they just all ran right into them. And the time went, and the other team just won. But it's interesting.
Man, I would be so frustrated if the ref got in the way.
And poor ref, it's his job. He kind of has to do it. It's not like he, scripted.
So
But
just like, it's not like he's scripted.
as we think. Or Rope, got slid a 50 and, got to do his duty.
Oh, my bad. The team lost a few seconds because I was
Deflate the ball, Tom Brady? Yeah. No problem.
Don't you feel like a deflated ball would be more of a hindrance than a help?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like catching it, yeah. But maybe that's, I don't know. And maybe that's what they, I don't know. That whole rumor has been going on for a while because people are just sore about the whole blaming Russ for not just running it. Because
right. That
yes,
Super Bowl.
that
yes.
back in 2014.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yep.
Or wait, no, it was 15.
I'm trying to remember.
15.
Because we won 14. It was 2015 we lost.
Okay.
And that was our back-to-back Super Bowl that we would have won if we just would have ran it. Mm-hmm. And we've never been the same since.
Dude, I remember that. We were in the green space.
Yes.
Were you with us?
Yes.
Oh.
Connor was...
Talking about suck the life
Wait,
out
I
of
think
the
I was
body.
there with you, right?
No, it was long ago.
It's on, Livy and Connor were dating.
You were
Oh,
not.
Yeah.
just kidding.
And,
I think I remember watching one game in the basement, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like we were all hyped. They're about to win, and I didn't care, but
Yeah.
like, everyone here
Everybody's
is
hyped.
so excited.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited too. And then I remember talk about not reading the room.
Yeah.
They lose. I'm like, well, win some, you lose some. I go upstairs. I'm like eating chips. Like, hey, break
They
out
got
the
some good food for real.
You know, like let's get this party going. Because we're
Everybody.
having a quote Super Bowl party, and everyone was just like going
dead.
home. Yeah, they're like, well, I'll see you guys.
That was.
Like, I was like, well, I guess I'll leave.
And it was the reason why it was just so embarrassing. I think we got ranked as one of the worst Super Bowl loss ever. It was just so simple, but yet we did something so stupid. And so it's just like you got Seattle Seahawks players on the screen, just like, why?
Yeah, I have seen a couple of videos like back then.
Yeah, it's just
where
like,
guys are like, making fun of it. They're pretending to do a commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Of it, and they're like, all right, should be simple. Give the football to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
He's just gonna run it like 2 feet into the end zone or whatever, and like, all right, guys, we got this in the bag. Oh, we're gonna like.
We're gonna throw
it. Oh, who made that?
Why not?
Like, what's going on?
Hey, we won one. We're gonna get lucky, right?
Yeah.
Yikes! And
They probably thought it was gonna be a trick play.
Probably.
I remember we were one of the most talked about teams in the NFL history because we had the Legion of Boom at the time. And they were one of the best defenses in NFL history. You had Cam
Newton?
No, that's a different guy.
Quarterback.
He does.
Okay.
Chancellor? Something Chancellor?
I don't know.
Oh, but there was a guy who
Cam Chancellor. Yeah.
That sounds right.
I don't know. There was just this one huge DK Metcalf looking guy who, man, he was a beast on defense, and he would knock fellas clean out of offense. It was bad. And he's fast too. So, but the thing is, he's hard hitting and he plays fair, so he doesn't get called on it. But they get injured badly. And and of course we just had people like Marshawn, Richard, we had Bobby Wagner.
Bobby, yeah.
We just had a really good setup at the time. Russell Wilson was in his prime. No Broncos country. Let's ride. None of that. It was all bro on his prime, and now he just fell off. And now, if you haven't heard, he got traded after 2 years with the Broncos.
Oh, he was already there 2 years.
2 years, and they got and in those 2 years they got different coaches because they hired a new one when he first came in. Then they fired him, got a new one, and I feel like he's really putting in the work. And he sees that Russell Wilson is just like, no. Last year I was really surprised. Russell Wilson won some good games. I'm talking Kansas City Chiefs games. The guys who went to the Super Bowl, he beat them. And it's kind of interesting because we played the Kansas City before when they were in Seattle. And Russell Wilson was in Seattle, and he beat Patrick Mahomes then also. So maybe he just knows Patrick. I don't know, but other than that, he's played some good games and won some surprisingly.
Yeah.
But then he's lost terribly. Like, I kid you not, I think it was the Dolphins who made almost the highest scoring NFL game ever last year against the Broncos.
Oh, no.
Like, I kid you not, it was every other play they were making a touchdown.
Oh, no. And the Dolphins aren't great.
They got Tyreek Hill and some other guys, but they were around the okay playoffs, but they failed. They haven't been
supposed to be better than they.
Yeah, they haven't been
They're supposed to be better than what they ended up going.
Yeah, and so they haven't been as good lately, but there's always potential. I feel like they could just they're a higher end team, but it's just they need work.
So do you feel like a quarterback is responsible when the other team's scoring? Because he's on offense, not on defense. So wouldn't that be a defensive issue? So it wouldn't necessarily be on Russell Wilson that the Dolphins scored so much. Or is it on him that he didn't also score so much?
Well, the thing is, the Dolphins' defense was on top also, and I feel like some of their touchdowns were turnovers.
Oh, okay.
But most of them were
Gotcha.
complete passes. So their offense or their defense, Broncos defense itself is just terrible.
So they got a
trash.
lot more touches, or they got the ball back more.
A few times, which gave them a better chance of going at it. If you don't get all fourth downs and you just kind of lose it.
Right.
But I kid you not, it was one of the most embarrassing games. Just watching it, it was like they're probably down so much, and it's like I think they were up to like 60 or something, like points wise, that Miami. And if they would have scored, they could have scored another touchdown at the end of the game and beat the record for the most touchdowns. Instead, they took a knee, and they respected the record there. I mean, if I were that, I would have just done that,
Well, so
But it's like, at that point, it just made it look easy. They were like literally just like dancing over to the touchdown line. Okay, teasing it. It made them look trash.
So they were kind of like, we want to set a record that's like worth setting a record instead of just like
Like a hard fought.
we're just like dominating.
They decided to respect it. So yeah, it was like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people had their own opinions. I mean, of course they call them like good players, but still, I would have like just broken the record. The Broncos are trash. But ended up with the new coach that Broncos have, and they've already done a year with Russell, and he's like, no, I'm done. And so he traded him. He didn't want him anymore. There was a post that went out, and it said, we are just giving up Russell.
Well, they traded him,
Yeah, they just put him out there for anybody to get.
and they still owe money.
Yeah, they paid him that. So that was one of the worst deals ever to also go down in history, because they signed Russell for like $40 million or something like that, and we got one of the best deals out of it because we ended up using Geno and getting Drew Lock from them for way less, and we didn't have to pay Russell millions. They got a quarterback when they first traded Russell, and we had the year where we had Geno Smith and they had Russell Wilson, and everybody was like, oh yeah, Broncos are going to dominate now. Russell's in his A game because he has a better team. He just needed a better team. First game of the season, Seahawks versus Broncos. Geno Smith's first game as a Seahawks. They won. Seahawks won. They beat the Broncos dead right. And after that, it just went downhill while we're going up. And it's like, what? Everybody, I kid you not, the votes for how many games the Seahawks won, we won more games than we thought. Because people didn't know Geno. They didn't know how good he was until he played. And while on the other hand, you got this overhyped, confident in himself, Russell Wilson, who's losing games horribly. And everybody's just like, man, this is the worst deal in NFL history. Seattle saved money, honestly. They just got rid of him. And now the Broncos have just gotten rid of him. So they have to pay all that money up front to Russell Wilson. So Russell Wilson's getting bank anyway. But now he got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers got him. But we'll see how well that goes. I'm just thinking it's time for you got to throw down the hat. I think it's time for you to retire, bro. Hang it up. You're not a Tom Brady.
Right.
It's like you can't come back out of retirement and make another Super Bowl. You can't switch teams. It's probably a you problem, man. If you keep getting traded, and. He keeps going on this emotional rant about how, this and that. And then he goes back and, hype himself up a whole year. I know how this is going to play out.
With the Steelers, he's hyping himself.
Yeah, he's just hyping himself up. Like, here we go, bringing his brands over there. And it's like...
Steeler Nation.
Yeah, it's
Steeler
like,
Nation,
oh my. And,
let's
he has
steal.
multiple deals with Nike. And he used to have quite a bit with Seattle. But even has a store in Seattle. He and who's that singer he's married to, this famous singer? Sierra, yeah. He and Sierra have a store down there. But still, it's like, I don't know. I just think at this point, it's either if a team thinks that they can use a quarterback like Russell Wilson, they probably just need a new quarterback. Like, I kid you not, just draft a guy from college football. Like, honestly, I watch college football compared to NFL, and I see way more action. I think those guys are more fit. They're more active. They have to be more creative. The pros, they barely get a few yards. You're just watching these guys like, woo, I feel like it's a better show. and a better bang for your buck. But still,
Well, I think that's why they either have or they're thinking about paying college football players.
yeah.
Because people are watching it more.
Well, and now I feel like there is more of a people are now watching college football more often now, but they also out of nowhere they decided to come back out with a new college football game for them. They haven't been doing it for the last 12 years or so, and now they decide to out of nowhere come out with a 2025 college football game for them. And I feel like they would only do it to support the college players as they are becoming more popular. As I feel like, and it has been heavily requested for people to bring back a college football game.
It's been 12 years.
It's let me search it up. I feel like it's
12 years since I'm lost.
They used to make a video game for NCAA football.
NCAA is a video game.
Correct. Well, they have Madden. That's football.
Right.
but that's for the pros, yeah.
Gotcha. College is becoming so popular that people are like, oh, I like these college players.
Yeah, and when I used to play some of the college games, if I remember correctly, there wouldn't be any names to the players.
So
else the players would have to get paid.
So the last one came out in 2013.
Gotcha.
And about 10 years ago, 11 years ago actually, and this one's set to release in 2025. So, but they already have the advertisements out and all that, and so it should be interesting. We'll see if it flops or sells, but I think ultimately college football itself has kind of become more popular. People want to kind of see that. And more people tune into the draft, I think, every year. Because they kind of see that some of these older guys in the league, or the good players, it just takes one college guy just to come in and just show them up. You could have, I remember when Kenneth Walker came into the Seattle Seahawks, he was I don't think he was first round pick. But man, it was when Geno Smith kind of got in, and it was his rookie year. He was fast, and nobody could catch him. Nobody could get him down. And it's just that young guy in him. He just he knows how to catch the ball. He knows how to run, and he watches enough film to kind of get around and to study the other guys. Of course, as a rookie, you're kind of put down quite a bit. There's this kind of
like you're gonna be no good because you're a rookie.
Yeah, like you can't really speak in this position, or you do what you're told because you're a rookie. You don't know this. We've been in the game longer. We have more experience or exercise than you. But I feel like it's anyone can come from anywhere. And like Patrick Mahomes, when he first started, within a few years, like 2 years, he's made it to the Super Bowl, and it's like, man, it's. I feel like. It kind of just talent shows up wherever.
Yeah, you look at Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Making it to the Super Bowl.
And then he comes to basically the Tom Brady of our time, Patrick Mahomes. And of course, Patrick pulls the Tom Brady, kind of like when Tom Brady did Patrick like this, and shows him who's still boss, But I feel like there will be a time where Brock Purdy, man, I hate him. Because I'm a true Seattle Seahawks fan. I hate the 49ers. But man, I'd be lying if I weren't saying their defense is just too good. I'd say like it's back to when the Seattle defense was really good.
With the 49ers?
I feel like, defense, and then Brock Purdy's just accuracy is on top. If their defense wasn't so good, they probably would have not made it so far as they did. But man, they destroyed us. I hate to say, but they destroyed us with their defense. And Brock, we haven't won a game with Brock Purdy since.
Do you have any other questions that you had ready to ask?
I do, yes.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Okay, well, I wanted to know if you guys knew the top 10 sports worldwide.
Ooh.
So we're talking about worldwide.
Yeah. Football is definitely, and I'm talking soccer, folks, not American football.
Yeah. Football.
Football. Sweet. No, but that's definitely probably that's more accepted around the world. I would say they even got our own personal World Cup.
Are we
for
gonna
that,
agree on
so,
soccer?
Yeah.
All right, soccer.
Soccer number 1. Yeah, you're right.
Not number 1, but it's number 1.
Soccer's number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wrote down like these are just statistics I found online, so take it or leave it.
Uh-huh.
But I just wrote down also how many fans because I just think the numbers are like fascinating.
Oh, it's
So soccer has 3.5 billion fans.
well, because like countries, I feel like it's like their only sport there sometimes. It's just like countries really love this.
And that's about half the world's population.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
It's
half
not
the
a
world
popular
are
here,
fans of soccer.
Yeah.
I know it's not super popular here, but I think that more young people are getting into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So number 2. Do you guys have a guess?
Could we just guess the top 10 rather than in order?
Okay, sure.
Do you wanna agree on basketball? Basketball's a big one.
It's true.
Yeah.
Basketball is pretty big.
Let's do it.
I'd say around 3rd though.
Somewhere, I think in the middle. Basketball.
Okay, yeah, basketball's on the list.
Okay. American football now.
Baseball, but it's like more down.
Baseball,
fourth
yeah,
and fifth.
yeah.
Yep.
Even in
Because it was.
what number? Oh, it's not number 2. None of these are number 2.
Nope. But baseball's on the
Ooh,
list.
yes, baseball was popular back in the day, and now it's more of a lesser. I mean, it's played well, but it's not as popular
I
anymore.
know. I'm waiting for baseball to have a heyday again. I think
Golf.
that
I
would
mean,
be,
golf.
That would be nice.
Tennis.
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 Yep, tennis is on the list.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis is pretty.
I don't know
popular.
if golf is.
Would track be considered a sport?
Can you? Is anything track and field in there? Because we'll guess it.
No.
Okay, I figured not.
Oof. Golf? Would you say golf?
No, don't do that. Don't do
No, they got their own game,
that. I
man.
want to say cricket. We said tennis, right?
You did say tennis, yes.
Let's say golf. Golf.
Golf is on the list at number 10.
All
right.
That was a nice dab there. They probably heard it from
And
that.
here's the span. We went from soccer having 3.5 billion fans to golf having 450 million.
Wow, that's
I wouldn't watch either.
insane. Maybe it is football, bro.
Wait, no, soccer's number 1. Football. Oh wait,
So yeah, sorry.
American football has to be
I don't know.
2nd or 3rd, in my opinion. Which one do you think?
It's American football.
I know. Okay, that's true. That's never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. It's probably like 4th.
What are some other historic?
I would say baseball has to be.
Didn't we say baseball?
Yeah, you guys did say baseball.
3rd.
Do you want me to tell you the
Yeah.
number?
When we
Okay, baseball's number 8.
Oh.
They have 500 million.
So tennis is number what?
Tennis is number 4.
Wow.
About 1 billion fans.
That's a lot.
There's hockey, bro.
Oh!
Hold on, that
Whoa.
can't be played everywhere.
But it is pretty popular here in America.
Yeah, but there's I think 300 million people in America,
Yeah, do they play in other countries?
and there are people, and they play a
I mean,
lot.
Canada, but that's it.
So, Canada, let's do it.
Hockey.
Hockey.
Hockey is number 3.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, 2 billion fans.
Wow.
Hockey.
I guess
Okay, so
people
we're.
are really into it.
Oh no, it is football. American football. American football.
Yeah.
Not on the top 10.
No.
On the top 10. What's
Didn't even
what's
make
wrong with
the
people?
list.
That's
That's crazy.
American football. Okay, hold on.
I think it's
Oh,
only
you say basketball?
Americans watching American football.
We said basketball, right? We said the NBA.
Yes, basketball number 7.
Yeah.
800 million.
Okay.
Mhm.
Volleyball.
Oh, that's a good point.
Volleyball.
Volleyball
No
number,
way.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Volleyball over
It's
American
a national
football.
sport, yeah. Man.
9
Are you
million
sad?
fans.
You said?
I mean, hey, I'd
9
like some
million?
volleyball, so I can't really be mad.
9 million. 900 million.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Now I'm going to have to look it up. Because I did write 9 million, but... Oh, it must be 900 million.
I think so.
It's right
Yeah.
after it. Yeah,
But-
because that's coming right after tennis, which is 1 billion.
Here's the thing. Although football may not be, and I'm talking American football, clarification, it may not be on the top 10 for ratings and how many people tune in. When the Super Bowl happens, that's a whole different story.
Oh. Boxing.
Oh,
go.
that's right. That's
Boxing.
Right. Yeah.
No.
Boxing. What?
What?
No boxing.
That's worldwide.
That's that. Oh, boxing's huge.
Wrestling?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I didn't go around the world and ask people.
They're like,
myself.
what's Google thinking? I don't know, but what other sport is there? Is there cricket? Did we say cricket?
Ezra said it once, but he didn't commit.
Cricket.
It is cricket?
It is cricket.
No
And
way!
Number 2.
No!
2.5 billion.
What? What?
I thought the British
oh,
just
no.
would do that.
It's all in India.
Oh.
Because they have a lot of people.
Cricket,
in
that's
India.
And I
right.
can't even tell you how to play this game.
Yeah.
It's like baseball, but different.
I can't believe that.
It is really cricket.
Everyone's
Okay.
like American football, and not even top 10.
Yeah.
We don't even play cricket here. It's
We think
man.
we think we're amazing in America.
Let's see.
It's so true.
Softball.
No, not on the list.
Wait, we still have one more.
So you have a couple. You said soccer number 1, cricket number 2, hockey number 3, tennis number 4, volleyball number 5. Then you've got a number 6 to go. Then you have basketball number 7, baseball number 8. You have a number 9, and then you have golf at number 10. So you got
Frisbee,
7
frisbee.
and-
Frisbee? What about ultimate? Wait, no, that can't be a sport. I'm trying to think of an actual televised sport. What would be?
Think about what's always played.
The thing
We
is,
said golf.
we said everything that's played here, in America. We got to think out of the
Ooh,
country.
Lacrosse is a little. Oh, bowling.
Nope. We just watched a video with this sport in it the other night.
Huh?
Would it be played in the Olympics?
Oh,
Would it?
coon hunting.
That's right, folks. Out in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
They've got 500 million fingers.
Exactly.
Is archery a sport?
It might be, but it's not on the list.
Okay.
Both of these have to do with a ball.
Oh.
Okay, that makes sense. We said baseball. We watched something the other night.
A ball.
Mm-hmm.
What did we watch?
It was a video about Down Under.
Ooh.
No way. I thought of this earlier, but I thought it was way too small.
What?
Rugby.
Rugby?
Yep.
Don't.
Rugby
that's
is
the, like,
number
the off-
9.
Rugby?
475
Bro.
million. So they're just above golf.
Man, but better than football? That's crazy.
Dude, I'm telling you, we think we're it.
That's messed up.
And
No.
number 6.
Hold
is-
on.
Should I give you a hint?
Is it a ball?
It's a ball.
Yeah, you play with
Okay,
a ball.
okay. Don't tell me. It's either croquet or
Croquet.
ping pong.
Ping pong, yeah, ping pong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No!
yeah, that's right. Because it's
Officially
played at
called table tennis.
yes,
I
because it's played at the Olympics. That's right.
You're probably feeling really sad right now, aren't you? Ping
you
pong
know,
over American
alright.
football.
I don't. You know, people in other countries they just don't know how it is to have football. That's why we go to their countries and they sell out the crowds and say, "Yeah," but the government's weird. They don't want that here. They don't want people having fun and such. I don't know.
Yeah, so there you have it.
Soccer.
I think,
Soccer.
yeah, I guess
Cricket?
rugby is similar to football. I think football
Yeah.
is just hard to play and it's hard to enjoy unless you have 20 friends. You know, where you can play anybody can play ping pong anywhere if you have a table. I guess soccer is a big team sport. I don't know, but
What number was basketball?
basketball number 7.
Number 7.
How do you feel about that?
Baseball was number what?
Number 8.
Wow,
The gap is
all the big American sports are just
3 million different. So
Yeah.
there's quite a jump from basketball to baseball.
Definitely.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I feel like in order to play, I don't want to make random
What?
statements.
Allegations here.
In order to play,
In order to
basketball,
play.
yeah, in order to play basketball or football, you just have to be a certain,
I mean, you gotta be in
physique.
shape.
You have to have
That's
a certain
true.
physique.
You gotta be, yeah.
Which I mean, I don't know if that just makes people oh, I don't want to watch
Because
this.
football athletes have to be a D1 athlete, you know.
Right.
So
I don't know. Man, basketball's fun. And it's getting bigger, so I bet you it'll grow. It's just
Yeah.
gonna grow.
it will, yeah. But then again, you have to be tall. I think it's a stereotype. You just gotta be tall. Not everybody's tall.
Right.
It's soccer. Anybody can play soccer.
Right.
You can kick a ball. Anybody can kick a ball.
Right.
And like golf, I get it. You have to, if you're gonna play golf, you have to be rich.
Yeah. You gotta have patience. You gotta be rich.
But
Yeah,
it's
you
a
can't
top sport, right?
Yeah, but it's number 10.
I mean,
And
hey.
it's like 450 million, so it's quite a drop.
True.
From even like baseball.
But even.
But I'm like, yeah, if you don't have money, no one's playing golf.
Plus, there's a lot of history behind it.
True.
I think you have to think about, what's the top sport?
Soccer.
Mm.
That's true. They've been playing soccer for a long time.
When did soccer start? The most admitted story tell that the game was developed in England in the 12th century. Basketball didn't start till the, early 90s?
90s?
Was it
basketball?
the 90s? Yeah. That's when basketball was invented.
Right. Wait.
And I feel like same with football.
It has to be, yeah, because they're indoor gyms.
Yeah. So I feel like anything like...
The YMCA, yeah.
You know, European-based or something like that.
An older sport.
Oh, yeah. It's had so much time to, like, grow. That's not my reasoning for why. But
so give basketball another...
Give basketball another 50 years, the number one.
We'll see about that.
Steph Curry. The third.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think he'll be the new MJ replacing LeBron when he gets out of there? Because LeBron, I don't know, man. He's getting crusty.
Yeah, he is.
He's waiting to play with his son, but I don't know if he's going to make it.
They'll let him in. Just so it's this awesome story to bring more people to basketball.
That's what I'm feeling like. They're just really just like sliding growth.
First man, LeBron's making all these milestones.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, we got to get Bronny in. It's like, yeah,
first NBA player to play with his son, and they win a title.
Yeah.
What was another
scripted?
Question? Yeah.
Okay, so I have this game.
Oh.
Who feels up for a game?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay. Let's call this the last segment.
All right, last segment. So in this game, let me try to explain the rules concisely. I'm going to ask a question, and you have to answer incorrectly within that category.
Oh, lovely.
So, for example, I would say, who was the first president of the United States? You have to say a president, but it can't be the first president.
That's too easy.
I know, but it's a little bit trippy because mentally you want to say the right thing.
Trump.
If that makes sense.
Donald Trump. All right, no, let's try it.
But
we're racing. We're racing.
Confess, I had trouble with this game, but maybe you guys will be like, this is so easy.
So it is a race between him and I. Because then it makes it hard.
Who can give me the first answer?
No.
And you can't just say like I'll say, who's the first president of the United States? You can't just say blue. Right. You know what I mean? You have to say like Joe Biden.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Joe Biden.
And I don't know
my president.
if these are good questions, but...
Wait, so is this a race between him and I, or no?
Yes, who can give the first answer?
Oh, okay.
Oh, lovely. Let's try it.
So it's like, it's supposed
May
to be
the best man win.
Hey.
Alright.
Tis. Ow.
Sorry.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yes.
Okay. Who is the Seahawks' quarterback?
Geno Smith.
Alright, so that's the correct answer.
Oh, you got me.
Russell Wilson!
Drew Lock.
No, he is too! He's also the
But
quarterback.
he's a backup.
So what
He
I'm
didn't
supposed to
say.
say is a quarterback who's not the Seahawks' quarterback.
Well, like, does
Okay.
it have to be officially, like, first round?
Yeah, you did not listen to
Okay.
the rules.
Alright, let's try this again.
Alright, you guys
Geno
ready?
Smith!
Oh, should have got that on
He's like,
video.
Nailed it!
Oh, no.
Next time we have you on, we'll have a video.
I wanted to say Russell Wilson, but I forgot that he's no longer on the team.
See, it's harder than
You're right, because we know the right answer.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Name a sport that uses a ball.
Swimming.
Ooh, nice!
Got me. Alright.
Okay. What team does LeBron play for?
The Bucks.
Ooh. Manners.
Nice. Ezra said the Bucks. First.
What's up, bro?
Alright, whatever.
Right. How many innings are in a baseball game?
34.
Nice. I guess both of those could be possible if the game keeps going though.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's true. 0.
Exactly.
That was kind of not the best question. Okay. How many points is a 3-pointer?
2.
Nice.
Unless it's Shaq.
Shaq and a
Oh, those are 3 points.
Okay. What color are field goal posts?
Green.
Nice. You were on it.
You don't say
Yellow.
yellow.
Yellow. Why is this yellow? Turn on. Never mind. We're good.
And it was all yellow.
Oh boy.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Hot
is the
stop.
most popular sport worldwide?
Baseball.
Ooh, bait.
Bait. Nice! Give yourselves a round of applause.
Yay.
Well, that's all I had for that game.
Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
Wow, you guys did better than I thought.
Because we probably knew all the right answers.
I'm just like.
I'm really like, yeah, I'm like, ah.
Well, thanks for joining us, Alex.
Of course,
I know you could talk football all night.
Oh, man. High five, Max.
There we
Yeah.
go. High five.
My main commentator
There
right
we
over
go,
here.
yeah. Knuckles.
Yes, sir.
Finn. Noggin. See ya.
Peace.
Can you say thanks for joining us?
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Are we going to have him make an announcement?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Can you say Naomi
Me
is a big sister?
is a sister.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep.
So we are going to see who listens to our podcast.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Listen to this.
So spread the word, folks.
Yeah, give me almost
Yeah.
forgot.
But yeah, I've been waiting the whole episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right. Good news. Good
So
news.
that's our latest and greatest.
Yep.
We got another team member to team John.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
That's right.
All right. Say bye.
Well, thanks for
Peace.
joining us.